Islam?
Islam.
Islam?
Islam.
Islamism.
It's our religion.
Rise in the name of Allah, the great God of the universe. Giving honor to all true and divine prophets. Giving honor to the prophet in these days and times known to Ali. And giving honor to each and every one of Islam.
Islam.
I want to say to the chairman, it's a blessing to always have been with you. It's a blessing that the lessons that I received from you. Islam?
Islam.
For the Moors that come here from Baltimore, Maryland. I am really, really, really proud, and it's an honor that they would take their place among the affairs of men. I'm glad that it didn't take a whole lot of convincing because they recognize the truth. And the one truth that I know about, as the Grand Sheikh Mishayel Ariel said, is that because of this man, N.A.G. Ali, we can put aside our differences, accept our places among the affairs of men, and put our noses and shoulders to the grindstone. Islam?
Islam.
I want to just take this time, and I won't be real long, to say that we heard a lot of information come across the podium today. But one of the things that I heard about another angel, the angel called Yehoshua, is that on October 6th was his manifestation day. And I just want to speak briefly about that. In the other arena, they give him the birth date of December the 25th. 2 and 5 in numerology is what? 7. October the 6th. We know from numerology there's only one. 10 ones is what? 1. 15 is what? 15 ones. So it's only 1. October the 6th. 10-6. 10 and 6 is what? 7. So they got a portion of it right. They just take it to December 25th. See, there's always a side of truth and falsehood. You just have to be a master to know how that truth fits in with the falsehood. Because what is man? Islam? I want to get back to the station of security. My station in the Moorish American National Divine Government is the Divine Protector. That station was given to me by the chairman, L.P. Daniel Pleasantday. As Divine Protector, that's the station that I hold here, and it's a station that I always held. It was clearly stated today that there are no halves. Law governs all events. The same souls that are here today, they're supposed to be here. As above, so below. I made a statement yesterday to Salome Al about when I first met her. I knew something was peculiarly distinguished and different about this sister. She had never heard about Moorish science, didn't know anything about it. But in her house, a multitude of elephants who wind up in the prophet's picture today.
Yeah, all right.
I don't think he just says this is the Lord's will. See, we're chosen to do the missions that we do before we even manifest into this spirit, into this physical plane from the spirit. So it's going to happen. So you're here because you're supposed to be here. I heard the sister Narvis talk about how everything took place that was supposed to happen. Well, she was absolutely correct. She was right on the money.
That's right.
Everybody that's here is supposed to be here. We had a sister, and she probably don't normally say this, but I'm going to make mention to her too because I know about it also. She had conversations on the phone with 2 Moors, all the way from San Antonio, Texas, sitting right there. You here because you're supposed to be here. This is why there's no happiness. So if you're here, consider yourself fortunate. No matter what station you hold, no matter wherever you sit, because you're supposed to be here, consider yourself blessed.
Islam.
We heard yesterday from the doctor's friend, the European from over in D.C. Well, I've met countless of times. I've taken Moors to him, and he was right. He said, if you bring anybody here, I will take care of it. Never turn us away. We, on one particular day, we got there 5 minutes before it was to close. He said, give them what they want. He said, I can't do it myself right now. He said, but you're going to leave here with what you came here for. Our prophet said, We're going to leave the European alone long enough so that you can learn how to run the government. That time is now. That's now.
That's right.
That's now. We heard it was a new era of time now, but our illustrious prophet, he promised us, he said, I'm going to leave the European around long enough so that you can learn how to run your government. It's time, boys. And the people are here supposed to be. And the ones that not, they're where they're supposed to be too. Because he works on the plane of soul.
All right.
So when you go back to your states, as the sister stated, take a portion of what you heard back to the people. Give the people what they need. If you had differences with them, put those in the back. Because it's bigger than us. And until all of us are free, none of us are free. So we can't look down on the sister or the brother that don't wear the fez, that don't have a free national name. That's what you're here for. We had a charge put on us. They says every time the opportunity presents itself, you're supposed to teach. That word teach is in the Constitution and bylaws over 5 times. You do the math. Read it. It says we're to teach whenever the opportunity presents itself. And in teaching, you're not always going to teach people that already know what you know. So you can't look down on them.
That's right.
You have to look them in the eye, not contempt or disdain or the scorn, out of love. If you had a problem with a brother and sister, don't let that problem keep you away. Their salvation is your salvation. This is not church. Well, I got mine, you got yours to get. That's the mentality of a dog catcher. We're more smart. Islam says the same thing for your brothers and sisters that you do for yourself. So when you have differences with your brothers and sisters, remember one thing. Instead of looking at those differences, look at the good that they do. Look at the good that they do. And if you do that, you'll find out that there's more good in them than bad. We all do things we're not supposed to, but we should be concerned with those things. We should be concerned about the good things. This is more science. This is what more science is about. We need to learn to love and do what? Instead of hate. That's what it's about. That's what our prophet taught us. This is what this is about. So when you have your differences, put them on the back burner. Because the people that you bring with you will be the ones to help you obtain your salvation too. Because the big mission is they love your people just like you do. When you see them, you see yourself. That's the lesson I learned from the more science of America. It ain't about you. It's about your people. Right in the bylaws and Constitution. It says with us, we're teaching our people. Our people. They didn't say we're teaching us to be ourselves. We got to teach people who don't know what we know. We didn't always know who we were. So when we find other people who don't know who they are, don't look at them with disgust and disdain. You have to show them who they are too. Islam? I remember a lesson that a wise master taught me. He says, if you desire the same thing for your brothers and sisters that you do for yourself, then you are the will of Allah made manifest. That you don't have to submit yourself to the will of Allah. You are the will of Allah made manifest. A Muslim. So, with that being said, I'm going to make one last reference to another wise brother that I met in the 7-Eleven. We talk about when you meet the brothers and sisters from India, you say namaste. Well, there's an old Hindu Sanskrit saying also too. It says if you don't recognize Allah and no one else, that's because you don't have menu. So when we deal with people that don't know what we know, your mission is real simple. Get them to have what you have. Until all of us are free, none of us are free. Islam? Again, rise in the name of Allah, the great God of the universe, giving honor to all his true and divine prophets. Give honor to the prophet of these days and times over Dua Ali, and give honor to each and every one of you. Islam.